First of all, in 2020, scientists have predicted in the most pessimistic scenarios a 3 degrees increase in the Earth's global temperature by 2050. But you know what? We've done worse, double that, 6 degrees more in just 30 years. Then, while the sea level was predicted to rise by 0.5 meters, we are more than 1 meter higher. The drought, which was expected to increase by 30%, finally reached 50%. The worst is lethal heat, which is predicted to affect 50% of the population 20 days a year. This year, 2050, this heat lasted all summer, which is no longer called the summer, but the deep sun.
Can you explain to us what deep sun means?
Of course, the name of this season is composed of 2 words, deep and sun for summer.
Oh yes, it's logical. I guess it's to describe the length and warmth of those endless summers.
Yes, you're right.
Wow. So we can return that the scientists were pretty optimistic in the worst case scenario and that we surpassed all of their expectations. Tell us, Jen, how we surpassed the forecast made a few decades ago?
You will see, it's very simple. So, scientists for years now have been informing us and warning us that if we don't change our way of life, the prediction I said earlier would come true and would be even worse. That's what happened. Specialists from all over the world have told us that we must reforest, for example, or preserve our ecosystems at all costs and reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. And you listen, when you go out in the street and are forced to wear a mask against air pollution, do you think we have managed to listen to scientists?
What is certain is that today, on 28 December 2050, we must make decisions, change our lifestyle, and above all listen seriously to the scientists and specialists, such as you, Diane, and also to our climate change researcher Mathilde Lane, to whom I will leave the floor so that she can explain to us the degrading health of the earth.
As you just asked me, I'm going to tell you why we've come to this point and why we've surpassed all the 2020 forecasts presented by Jan Parker. So we all know that today our planet is warming over the years and that we reach records of temperatures in 2050.
Yes, there are a multitude of causes of global warming, but today let's focus on the main and most impactful ones that we need to change immediately if we hope to have a decent future on this burning planet.
The causes that explain these increases of temperatures and global warming concern all of us because it's together we're acting on our planet. There are many of them, and now we can't close our eyes in front of such a disaster.
I totally agree. We must not forget that the ecological changes we will have to make with the help of scientists, governments, and citizens. We have reached a point where every inhabitant of this earth is concerned by the worrying state of the planet. But we will move forward together.
This increase, we have reached today the 2 billion inhabitants on Earth, and there are fewer and fewer cultivable lands. That's why today we're welcoming the forecaster Kelly Darling and the scientist Christian Chelker. Hi Christian, hi Kelly. So how did we get there?
Hello Jenny. So firstly, in 2025, the sea level had a big rise, which flooded many small islands, but that was what we expected, unfortunately. Then in 2035, our forecast had been skewed by important events which happened. Indeed, the volcanoes awakened and produced big quantities of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. There was an active solar period, and the sulfur factory explosion which released large quantities of sulfuric acid and sulfur hexafluoride in the air. All those events made the temperature elevate and caused very dangerous acid rains. The air become extremely polluted, and when the only ice that left on the North Pole melted, the permafrost released prehistoric viruses. That was the first stamp of the present INF 27. That's when we started to wear the gas mask and to hermetize the houses. Then, in 2030, the acid rains become stronger, and every territories were concerned about it. We lost 65% of the building because the building materials were not strong enough. That's why we started to build the rain shelters. And as you said, after this, Japan totally disappeared under the water.
So, could we have avoided all those tragical events?
Indeed we could, but it's too late. In 20s, big organizations tried to aware the world about those disasters. Even if our forecasts were wrong, humanity should have listened to our advices, and anyone should have done the small green steps.
Do you think this cat is normal? It seems so, doesn't it? In fact, you're wrong. This cat is in reality created by our company of robots. Our cats are able to do whatever real cats do, but they don't need to eat, and they don't even need to be charged, because the energy of any light will charge them. Thanks to our cat robots, your days will become sunnier and happier. So come immediately to our store to adopt your new favorite pets.
With the new gas mask, we can finally breathe correctly.
As you know, outside air is really polluted, and we could die without gas mask.
Fortunately, with our best technology of air filtration, we can go out of our home without risking to choke.
So buy the gas mask, which costs only £35, and be free.
Breathe like your grandparents. Hi, we present you the new autonomous car. You don't need to do anything. The car has the control of all. You just have to put a destination in the GPS and the car drove you to there. You can, for example, sleep during the path or watch a movie. Come to see and test our car. For more information, go on our website.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello! Today, we notice a sunny day and it's going to